Good morning. India has 15 official languages and several world religions from Zoroastrians to Jains that coexist. It's at the same time ancient and modern. I grew up in India to memories of idyllic childhood, eventually leaving to come to United States to study. I still remember my dismay at finding myself to be the only one who stood up in my first class when the professor walked in. What was considered essential etiquette of respect was considered disruptive in my new world. Several such necessary adjustments and learnings followed, like, for example, that United States, you didn't ask to borrow an eraser to borrow a rubber, as we did in India, and so forth. I returned back to India as a venture capitalist, having spent years in the Valley as an entrepreneur and CEO, completing the circle, and from hilarious to profound, to relearn India again. For an IT professional in India, life is very comfortable, but around him, 100 million people lack access to drinking water. The divide is stark and in your face. Outsourced customer support, employing 4.5 million people, can instantly answer questions for others around the globe. However, local queries like, when can I get my pension? Can I collect my birth certificate? May go unanswered for weeks or even years. The growing middle class relentlessly pursues the promise of a good life, yet equally respected and pursued is another kind of a promise of eternal life. I want to share with you a few of the stories from my homecoming. This is the first car I bought in India. Relearning how to buy a car, the dealer brought the car to my house to test drive, collected the check, and delivered the car back to my house. However, along with the flowers to garland the car, the coconut to break the evil eye, and candy to share with your neighbors, giving a new twist to the word fully loaded. And you can see here a puja or a ceremony for the safety of the driver, safety of the car. In a land where universality of God is interpreted to mean freedom to pray to a tree or a snake or a monkey, why not your car? No driver really will drive the car without performing this ceremony first. Well, soon thereafter, a truck driver, unlicensed truck driver, backed into my car. Instantly, there is a crowd around you. Crowdsourcing has a very different meaning in India. And the owner of the truck, different from the driver, eventually shows up, gold jewelry and that sort of stuff. And we have a conversation. Here I am saying, we need to go to the police. I need to file a police report. And he is there for the audience. He says, Madam, we don't file police report. I go to the police station every day and I pay a bribe. You, they will hassle. It's not a place for a lady like you. And so here I am, baffled, but my car. So he takes out 2,000 rupees, which is $50, hands it to me. I'm still baffled. I'm speechless. So he must like my baffled, befuddled look. So he turns to the crowd and he says, poor lady, she has no man to take care of her. I will help her. So he explains to me, you take the car, actually he says, Akka, Akka means sister. He says, sister, you take the car, park it somewhere, and call the insurance company and tell them that you don't know who hit you. So, well, that's exactly what I did. There is a word for this that Indians use with pride. It's called jugaad. Jugaad means circumventing the system. And jugaad is really individual innovation, not corruption or cheating, as some uninitiated foreigners are likely to interpret. So there is the truck driver. We built a home in India. We built an artisan home with infinite detail in stone and wood and bronze by people who have perfected this over generations. We also wanted a home that has a small energy footprint, so there is no air conditioning, there is natural ventilation, we only use rainwater stored and supplied throughout the year, and so on and so forth. As I was preparing to leave for Long Beach, my bathroom was reopened for the 4th time to locate the source of a water leak that we cannot find. So poor workmanship and lack of accountability is equally common and infuriating in India. The Eastern framework of what it means to make complex decisions came home as I sat with a 28-year-old MBA who brought along her father to negotiate the term sheet, or when we had to go meet the grandfather and extended family in order to become shareholders in their company. So Gandhi reportedly said that what is truth to one person is often untruth to another person. So is it an elephant charging ahead? Is it a butterfly floating along? Is it an elephant weighing down or being lifted up? Is it strong? Is it lumbering? India is all of those things. It's a land of contrast, always defined decisions. And 6 years into it, I still find that I'm relearning every moment. Thank you.